A single act of kindness can change the world. For Ryan Hurljack, it all began with a lesson in his grade 1 classroom in Canada. A young boy, touched by the harsh reality of water scarcity in Africa, decided to make a difference. What started as a dream has today become a movement, bringing clean water to thousands.
Started in a classroom with 24 children sitting around a little carpet. We were talking about water and about people that didn't have much as we had, and how we could maybe help them in our own way by saving some money.
I was 6 years old in my P1 grade 1 classroom, and my teacher was trying to talk about how things were different in different parts of the world, that there were some kids that didn't even have access to clean water, and because of that they couldn't go to school, they sometimes got sick, and they even died because they didn't have clean water. And it just didn't make sense to me, because I could take 10 steps from my classroom and go to the sink and have water whenever I wanted. So I remember we got frustrated with my teacher because we felt it was unfair.
And then Ryan put his hand up. He said, "How much is the well, Mrs. Prest?" I said, $70, and he said, "I'm gonna get the well."
And that started a lot of fundraisers, a lot of getting together funds to help build a well on the other side of the world.
Ryan took his first step towards change by doing household chores to raise money. His determination caught the attention of his parents, his school, and eventually an entire community. Soon, Ryan's Well Foundation was born.
Water is life. Without water, you can't go to school, you can't build a healthy life. It's the building blocks to life that helps you help yourself. And without water, when kids are able to go to school, people aren't getting sick so they can go to work. It's one of the basic things that lets people help themselves. So I always thought of water as an essential thing to help people escape extreme poverty and build a life for themselves. So I may be biased, but water is my thing.
Today, Nancy has traveled thousands of miles to visit the very first well built by Ryan's efforts in Angolo Primary School, northern Uganda. A well that has provided hope, health, and education to this community.
Seeing how many people it affects, and as we were driving up, Ryan was saying, these trees, they've grown up, and there's more animals around because the well's there. Like, things are improved so much, and it's because of the well, the trees and the animals, and then you see the kids, and then you see the school, and the school went from, I don't know how many it was back then, to 2,300 kids that are all using the well, and the people in the area, and they're happy, and they're grateful, and they're healthy. It's just overwhelmingly beautiful, and
One well became 2. 2 became 10. Today, through Ryan's Well Foundation and partners like Divine Aid, thousands of wells provide clean water to well over 1.5 million people across countries in Africa and beyond.
If someone is willing to help you do what you're supposed to do, how much then would you do? I think you would even do, you will do more. Time came when, as an organization, every year, our staff would drill one well as their contribution, because we talked about, said, if children are willing to sacrifice breakfast, we can also sacrifice.
Ryan's Well is really interested and focused on the sustainability nature, meaning not only are we going to help you in your community to install a well, we're also going to train the community leaders and empower the community leaders to really think long term and empower them to take responsibility for maintaining the upkeep, focusing on possibility of maintenance and repairs. How are you going to fix that? But it's a partnership with the village, the community, or the school.
Ryan's journey would not have been possible without the inspiration and encouragement of his teacher, Nancy. She represents the power that educators have in shaping future change makers.
For the teacher, just Be who you are. Like, you're a model for them. That's the only way you can really be, to be truthful. Don't follow by the book all the time. And they have a lot of the ideas. So take what they're giving you, listen to your kids. You will have a wonderful, wonderful, rewarding experience as I have had.
Ryan's Well Foundation's impact extends far beyond water. It transforms lives. Take Jimmy Towang, for example. As a beneficiary of the fast well at Angolo Primary School, he experienced firsthand the life-changing effects of clean water. Today, he teaches at the school, witnessing its ongoing impact on new generations of learners.
Due to insurgency of the low-resistant army, we're not having clean water. But for us, that water which was drilled, it has really helped us to study, because we used to walk for some distance looking for water. But after that water being drilled, learning became real and meaningful. We really enjoy. Even that is why I am now a teacher, because of that water.
I also use that water for cooking, for washing utensils, for washing my clothes, so I can look smart like this because of that water.
The impact is wide as well as very deep. And today at the school, I have to say, it was very visible. I saw that how a seed that was planted many years ago by Ryan, that was just a dream, has been captured, has transformed another generation of students. Can you imagine? I saw that firsthand today.
The journey does not end here. Millions still lack access to clean water, but through continued partnerships, dedication, and the spirit of people like Ryan, change is happening.
It's uplifting to be here, where you see the impact of what we're trying to do, but it's discouraging when you look at how much work there is to be done. But I'm so happy that we have an amazing team that is trying to do our small part to make the world a better place. You're never too young to make a difference. You're never too old to make a difference. I was lucky when I was 6 because I didn't have a block in my head that said, oh, it's too difficult. You know, when you're adults, we know more about how the world works and how hard it can be to implement change. So even if you're 6, 16, or 60, you can think like a 6-year-old and say, this is what I care about, I want to do something, and then see what happens.
One boy, one well, one movement. The ripple effect of a single act of kindness is immeasurable, and it all started with a question in a classroom. What will your ripple be?
Water equals quality of life. And that's so basic. Why is that such a basic human right so difficult to deliver to each and every person on this planet? That was the question Ryan asked himself at 6 years old. So any potential volunteer or donor, I would say to you, what are you passionate about? Water scarcity is not a specific or peculiar issue or challenge for just Africa. It's an issue for the world. If you're passionate about access to clean water and you want to make sure you can make a difference, this foundation is for you.